Hi everyone, and welcome to the fifth solution to our West African Senior School Certificate Examination um, theory questions. In the previous videos, we've considered the first four questions, and here we are going to be considering the fifth one, which is on statistics. Now, the question is as written here. We have the scores obtained by 9 applicants in an interview, and the scores are said to have been arranged in an ascending order. So note this word. So what this implies is that A will have 9 scores, some written in terms of x, while some are written as a normal number. So ascending order means these scores are arranged from the lowest to the highest. So that simply implies that this number here is the lowest number, while this is the highest number. That is what the word ascending simply means. So we've been given that the range of the score is 9, and we have to find the value of x. So how do we go about this? So just go with me. Now, the formula for range, the range of a set of number is given by the highest value. So highest value, the value in this case is the scores. So highest score minus the lowest one, minus lowest value, minus lowest score. So, and that is where the order they've given us here comes into play. So we'll have had a little problem if you have not been told these scores were arranged in an ascending order or descending order. But here you have been told that they are in ascending order. So it is easy for us to say this is our highest score and this is our lowest score. So range has been given in the question. What we are doing now is to substitute. We've been given range in the question to be 9. So in place of range here, we are going to have 9 equals to a highest score is going to be x squared minus 7. So we have x squared minus 7 in the brackets, and minus, that's following this formula. The lowest score is going to be the first one written here, since we've been told this is an ascending order. So that's going to be 3x plus 2. So having done this, all we have to do is to tidy this up. So 9 is going to be equals to x squared will still remain x squared minus 7 minus 7. So and you really may not put this first expression in the brackets, but please watch very well. It is compulsory you put this in the brackets because this minus is later going to affect the sign we have here. So if you forget to put it in the brackets, you might land in trouble. So this is going to be minus times 3x will give us minus 3x. Then minus times plus is going to be minus, then put the 2, minus 2. So if by chance you did not put this bracket here, you are likely going to say this is still going to remain a plus, which is wrong. So sorry, this is x squared. This is x squared. So this becomes, so remember this is x squared. 9 equals x squared. Then I want minus 3x to follow it because this is looking like a quadratic equation already. So minus 3x will follow. Then these two are like terms. Minus 7 and minus 2. Both do not carry x. So we can put them together. Minus 7 and minus 2 will give us minus 9. Now this is already looking like a quadratic equation, and most times when we want to solve quadratic equations, we'll write them to be equal to 0. I'm going to do exactly that here. And how will I do it? You may decide to carry all these expressions here to this side so that nothing will be left here. You're going to have 0 here. And you may decide to bring this 9 to this place. In my own case here, I will bring this 9 here because I feel that it's easier. So once you make 9 to leave this place, what will be left here is going to be 0. So I'm going to have 0 equals x squared minus 3x minus 9. That is what we have here already. Then the 9 that was coming from here will become, no, it was plus a, so it becomes minus a, minus 9, because it has already crossed the equality sign. So this will simply become 0 equals x squared minus 3x. Then minus 9 and minus 9 will give you minus 18. So I will prefer to write these expressions on this side and 0 on the other side. I'm going to have x squared minus 3x minus 18 equals 0. So this and these are just the same. Now you have obtained a quadratic expression, a quadratic equation rather. So it is the next thing for you to do is to solve the quadratic equation. And you can solve this quadratic equation using any method of your choice. If you like, you can go for the computing the squares method, the formula method, or the factorization method. In my own case, I will be going for the factorization method, but I'm not going to be going into in-depth explanation of that. Remember, in our previous solutions, we considered how to solve some quadratic equation using the factorization method in details. So I'm going to be making use of the factorization method here. And here the product is going to be minus 18x squared. The sum is minus 3x. While our factors will be minus 6x and plus 3x. So in case you have difficulty understanding that, I would advise you refer to perhaps the first question in this solution series, or the second question. So there I explained how to use the factorization method to solve quadratic equation. So this equation is going to become x squared. As I said, the factors are minus 6x and plus 3x. I'm going to have minus 18 equals 0. Then from there, this becomes this, and this x is common to them. We bring x out, x into brackets x minus 6. Then this and this plus 3 is common, bring plus 3 out, plus 3 into x minus 6 equals 0. Again, remember, if you have difficulty understanding this, please refer to number 1 or number 2 question where I explained how to solve quadratic equations using the factorization method. And again, if factorization is not your thing, you can use any method to solve this equation. You are not restricted. So this becomes x minus 6, x minus 6. You pick one, x minus 6. Then the expressions outside, x and plus 3, put them to x plus 3 equals 0. Then here we are going to have either x minus 6 equals 0 or x plus 3 equals 0. That's going to give x equals minus 6 comes here and becomes 6, or x equals minus 3. So we've gotten two values of x here. But you note something here, that in the question we're told to find just a value. The question does not pluralize or have you, and it is not a mistake. So most times when you are going to have more than one answer in the question, the way the question will be asked will already be in the plural form. Most times for external exams, there is no oversight. You must have checked it several times and they know what they are talking about. So by saying value of x, they want just one. So which one are we picking now that we've gotten two? We have x and we have minus 3. So your guess might be right. You are going to be picking the positive one. Why the positive one? Now, a little check we can do is, the truth is these two values will satisfy our quadratic equation. Fine. However, if I happen to put minus 3 here as the value of x, this score is going to become 3 times minus 3, which is going to give you minus 9, then plus 2. That will be minus 9 plus 2, which is going to give minus 7. The first issue we have is, how can an interview score be a negative number? That is one. And the second thing is, if we substitute those values, the value of x as minus 3 here, these numbers will no longer be in ascending order as they have claimed. Ascending means this 4x minus 2 should be greater than 22 or maybe equals to it. Now put x equals to minus 3 here. This is going to be 4 times minus 3, that's minus 12. Then minus 2, that will be minus 12 minus 2 to give you minus 14. How can minus 14 be greater than 22? That's going to be wrong. So the truth is, the only number that will satisfy the ascending order that has been mentioned here, and that will make this cost to remain positive as expected, is x equals to 6. So basically, the value we are told to look for here is just, therefore, x is equals to 6. So please note that you are meant to discard one of these answers. In a case where they want you to, they want the two answers to stand, this would have been find the values of x. So try to note that, and with that you've solved the first question. Then the next question says you should find the mean mark of the applicant. Mean mark. You should know that this is our first question. Question E. Roman figure 1, and this is going to be Roman figure 2. You should know that now we are going to have the scores without the expression x. So now that our x is 6, the first score will have a 3x plus 2. 3x plus 2 is basically 3, sorry, this bracket is not necessary, 3 times x, which is 6, then plus 2. And this is going to be 3 times 6. I hope you can still remember your board mass. That's 18. Then plus 2, that's going to give us 20. So 3x plus 2 is basically 20. Then the next one written in terms of x, 4x minus 2 is just, we're going to have 4x minus 2 equals 4 times 6 minus 2. That's going to give 4 times 6 is 24, then minus 2. Because I don't know why I'm putting unnecessary brackets. 4 times 6 is 20, 4 minus 2, that's going to be 22. So it means this score here is 20, this is 22, and you can see this already going ascending order. These are the same, so either of them will come first. The next one, 5x minus 4. 5x minus 4 is going to be equals to 5 times 6 minus 4. That's going to be 5 times 6 is 30. 30 minus 4 is 26. So that's going to be 26. So this is 26. And as you can see, 26 is bigger than 25. So that's ascending order. 29, 29. This is x squared minus 7. It is also written in terms of x. So I'm going to have x squared minus 7. That's going to be x is 6. 6 squared minus 7. That's going to be 36 minus 7, which is going to give you 29. So that gives this last score to be 29, so just like the ones that come before it. And with that, we've seen that the numbers are truly arranged in ascending order. 20 is the lowest, then 29 is the highest. Now, how do we get the mean score? So don't forget that your mean is always equals to total. In this case, you're going to have total score over number of candidates in this case. So number of data you are considering, which is in this case is number of candidates. So that's going to be, now for our total score, we are just meant to add all these scores. And you should remember again that these are no longer in terms of x, we found their true values. So 3x plus 2, we found that to be 20. And plus the next score is 22. So plus 22 plus the next score there is 4x minus 2, which we have found to be 22 as well. 22 plus the next one is 23 if you follow, and plus the next one is 25 plus the next one is 5x minus 4, which you found to be 26, plus 26 plus the next one is 29 plus 29, and plus the last one is x squared minus 7, which you also found to be 29. And you see these are the 9 scores: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are the 9 scores. Then over how many candidates do you have? Just the number I counted now, 9. So you have 9 candidates. So the mean score is now going to be equals to, when you add all these numbers, that should give, I think, 225 over 9. So adding all the numbers will give 225 over 9, which will make your mean score to be equals to, I think that's 25. So the mean score is going to be equals to 29. And I think you get that. So it is just you putting the value you get for x. Remember, we have discarded this. Put the value into all these scores written in terms of x. Then add all the scores together, divide by 9. That will give you the mean score. Then the question B, which happens to be the last question, states that if 4 of the applicants who obtained the highest score were selected, determine the pass mark. So basically, this is also I know of University of Ibadan very well. This is how they decide their cutoff mark. They know the number of students they want, and they just pick the student that has the lowest of the number of students they want to get. Out of these 9 candidates, we want just 4 of them to be selected. it means the person that has the fourth highest score will be the cutoff mark. So the scores have been arranged in ascending order already. It means this is the highest score, followed by this, followed by this, followed by this. So these last four are the highest four scores for the interview. Remember, this is 29. We got this to be 29. So the highest score are 29, 29, 29, and 5x minus 4. So since they said 4 applicants that obtained the highest score are to be selected, it means you are only going to select these candidates, these applicants, these applicants, this applicant, and this applicant. This is going to be the last applicant selected. All these ones will not be selected. Therefore, the pass mark is going to be the mark scored by this fourth highest score. So pass mark is going to be 5x minus 4, which you already got here. You may decide to do the substitution again, that's fine. But you got here to be 26. But let me just do it again. 5 times 6 minus 4, and that's going to be 26. So 26 is just the pass mark. So it means from the guy that has 26 here up to the one that has this 29 here, the four of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, will be selected. So the person that scored 25 will not be picked after the interview because it doesn't score to the pass mark. So the pass mark is basically 26 because it is the fourth highest score, and they said we are only selecting 4 applicants. So I hope that it is very clear, and that is all you are required to do in the 2025 West African Senior School Certificate Examination question 5. If you have any question, don't hesitate to drop it under the comment section. Thank you very much, and we are going to meet in the next question.